Hello everyone, my name is Email Horace and today I'm going to be giving you a speech about missions and why you should invest in missions. Today here with me I have my brother, he's in the back of my webcam. I also have my fish, hopefully that counts as part of my audience. But I know you're probably wondering, what exactly is missions? I know coming from a church background, I hear about missions all the time. Or you've probably heard about missions on the radio or on the news or through some kind of form of broadcasting network. But missions is an important assignment carried out for political reasons, religious reasons, commercial purposes, and they typically involve traveling. It can be traveling outside of the country, like to Africa or Europe, or even just within the state. I've heard of lots of mission trips to, Louisiana or within Texas. So missions is pretty much everywhere. You can do missions and go and explore missions anywhere. And I know some of the popular mission groups or mission organizations that you're familiar with is the Red Cross, and that's a global crisis mission organization where they help in global crisis. For example, the tsunami in the Philippines, and even nationwide. For example, they helped out during Hurricane Katrina. And also you heard of UNICEF. And UNICEF is Feeding the Children program where they are able to send 50 cents a day to feed a child for a week. And they are to help stop and end hunger. And we also have statewide mission groups like the Houston Food Bank. That's also a missions group as well, where they feed local Houstonians with food. And also there's online missions. For example, there are the um, World Health Missions Organization, which is education based, and they are able to help fund kids who aren't able to afford school in third world countries. For example, in Uganda or in Europe, somewhere out there. And also, there are mission groups, a very popular mission group for animals, which is called Epic Mission, and they go out to different places in the world, and they help care for animals, and they help preserve life for animals. I know you're probably wondering, what is the importance of missions? I know I've heard of these famous mission groups a lot on the news, but what's the importance of them? And the real importance of missions, in my understanding, is to help others, all around the world. Mission gives you a chance to step out of your comfort zone, step out of what you're being used to, and able to give that comfort, that joy, and that love, and that shelter to somebody else who is, who doesn't have it or is really deserving of it. And some of the main causes for missions are food needs or material needs, and also helping to restore infrastructure in third world countries, and just restoring communities and lives, even within our own nation. And missions just help shape a better world. Missions allows us to be our brother's keeper and to help look out for one another. And who can do missions? Just about anyone can do missions. Um, and some of the main things that you need to have is a heart to serve and just a desire for the well-being of others and just wanting to help other people out. So I hope that you understand the gist of missions and some of the popular mission groups and the reason why people do it. And one of the main problems in missions is that there is not a lot of financial stability. Even though people broadcast it and there's different ways that people get the news out, a lot of people don't invest in missions because they don't know the importance of missions. Like I said in the beginning, missions help give educations to children who can't afford it. Missions helps feed different people in different parts of the world who are suffering and dying daily due to hunger. Missions helps missionaries continue to go out and do great work in order to be helpers, and missions help build communities for different people in different parts of the world. For example, my parents are missionaries and missionaries of Monrovia, Liberia, and they're helping build the infrastructure of Monrovia. I know you heard a lot about Liberia due to the Ebola crisis, and they have been there back and forth, helping to feed and take care of the people in that nation. And right now, they're currently building an elementary school or an academy for the children in that area because there's not too many schools. Just to keep them educated. And when you educate someone, you are building a future and another world for them. Um, And so that's some of the things that they're doing right now. But the main problem is, not having financial stability or not having enough money to fund it. For example, my family is a missionary family, and one of the main things that I see is that, we save money to go buy our tickets for these mission trips and we go out, but, we don't have enough to be able to fund the people or enough to be able to feed thousands of people or enough to be able to build certain things. Saving is good. Whenever you go out there, you really want to be prepared and, prepared materially, physically, spiritually, and mentally. And because you're lacking money, you don't want that to be the cause of you not continuing your missions. So money is one of the main problems. For example, I remember we took a mission trip to Dallas, and we were going out and helping to feed some children. And we ran out of food, and we didn't have any money because we traveled so far. And at the time we were in Louisiana, we were like, "What are we gonna do?" We used all of the money that we currently had, and so there was no way for us to. And the lines were getting longer. There was no way for us to continue to feed all of these children, all the people that were out there. And so it was kind of devastating at the same time because we were able to help a lot of people, but not everyone was served. Um, and so here comes the solution, investing in missions. You don't necessarily have to invest money in missions, but if you invest time, dedication, and also effort into helping broadcast missions for people to know about it, that will be able to build financial stability for missionaries to be able to go out and help and do what they're called to do. And also, just from another perspective of missions, missionary families suffer a lot too because they give all they have to give. They give all that they can, their time, their effort, and their money, and sometimes they're not even able to take care of their own family. So by you investing in missions, most especially financially, is able to help change, shape, and mold lives all around the world today. So I hope by the end of this speech, you were able to understand what missions is, who can be involved in missions, why you should invest in missions, and the importance of investing in missions. So my name is Ema Horace, and thank you so much, and I hope that you are encouraged to invest in missions.